Welcome to the 2025 Brookhaven Summer Olympics. What a week it has been. We had an exciting equestrian race, a wild water sled competition, an intense bike tightrope event, a bumper cars race, and a firing range face-off. And now today we have our sixth and final event, the triathlon. 3 legs of rigorous athletic trials, running, swimming, and biking. It begins at the bridge by the West Arch. Leg 1 is a sprint, following the designated path highlighted with blue arrows, leading to leg 2, a swim across Lake Madison. Which takes us to leg 3, a bike race going along this trail and up a steep hill to the laser finish line. First across wins gold, second place silver, and third place bronze. Here are the 13 Olympians who have been competing all week and will be competing one last time today. Aaron representing Germany, Arch representing Canada, Aiden representing himself, Brian representing Brian's Fun Time, Deli representing Team Domino, Eden representing Team Randomly Poodle, Kyle representing Brookhaven High School, Nick representing Team All Around Cars, Mr. Waffles representing America, Ronald representing himself, Ted representing France, That Cowboy Dude representing Team Outlaws, and Timmy representing Michigan. Everyone is lined up at the starting line awaiting the go from Hoptastic. And for this event, we'll have participant POV courtesy of Nick with Team All Around Cars. And they're off, running down the hill. They will be running to the end of Jackson, and there are blue arrows along the way to guide them. You can see one coming up now. Here they come, rounding the turn onto Cedar Street and heading toward Lake Madison. Moving for the most part in one big group, it's anyone's race to win right now. Into the water for a long, strenuous swim. It might be summer, but that water is pretty cold thanks to runoff from the still snow-capped Mount Brooks. Out of the water, they will now get their bikes and keep following the arrows on the designated path. Here they go onto the dirt path, looking good. This is a long, flat stretch, and they'll definitely want to pedal hard to build up momentum to carry them up the hill. Competitors were asked to maintain speeds of 35 miles per hour for this race. Are they doing it? It's hard to know for sure. Up they go. Let's focus on the finish line cam to see them as they cross. Ronald, Ted, Aaron, Deli, Eden, That Cowboy Dude, Nick, Aiden, Arch. Brian comes in from I don't know where. Mr. Waffles hops in. That is 11 across the finish line so far. Waiting on 2 more riders as Timmy rolls in with bike quality complaints. And here comes Kyle. That's everybody. So now, let's take a closer look at a few elements of the race, including that close finish. Starting at the start, notice the reaction times on go. Eden's reaction time is lightning fast, about a second ahead of everybody else. We do see Aaron, Timmy, Nick, Brian, That Cowboy Dude, Ronald, Deli, and soon after Arch go into motion, all within a fraction of a second of each other. But Eden's reaction time, again, a full second ahead of the others. Shockingly fast, a very useful skill in these types of events. And we can see, thanks to her reaction time, she's still leading the pack as they round the corner onto Cedar Street, but not for long, as this is where Ronald starts to gain ground. He moves ahead and is one of the first to hit the water, where he shows off incredibly fast swimming skills. Another noteworthy detail regarding this leg of the race, in the entire event, the only time our Olympians were faced with a choice was in leg 2 upon entering the water. They could go on either side of the yacht. Interestingly, we only had one swimmer, Timmy, opt for the east side of the yacht. So let's see what, if any, difference that made for the swimming portion. We see that Timmy emerged from the water about even with Eden, just slightly before. But when they entered the water, Timmy was actually a full second and a half behind Eden, which means his route allowed him to gain almost 2 seconds on his competitors. Great instincts on Timmy's part, if only his bike hadn't failed him in leg 3. Speaking of leg 3, we can see that frontrunner Ronald did not lose any ground going into the bike portion. Once he got out of the water, he maintained his lead the rest of the way, powering up that hill. And speaking of that hill, that brings us to the Brian mystery. We see that he was in that big group of riders as they began the ascent. He just unfortunately lost momentum going up that steep hill and smartly opted to ascend horizontally to minimize the intensity of the incline. It may not have led him to another medal, but it was a good strategy to get him through that race. As for the finishing of our medalists, it was very close, but Ronald clearly crosses first, no question about that. Second place is a much closer call, but we can zoom right in, slow it down, and get a definitive picture as Ted pulls through second, followed very closely by Aaron. And those will be your triathlon medalists. In the 2025 Summer Olympics Triathlon, Ronald wins the gold, Ted wins silver, and Aaron wins bronze. After all 6 events, here is your final overall medal count. Congratulations to everyone. Whether you got a medal or not, you should be proud. And even though these are the official medals, there will be some unofficial ones as well, because Friday, August 1st at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be doing a live closing ceremony celebration, during which we will not only be retrying some of these Olympic events, but also doing a few new ones. So tune in for that. And thank you for watching the 2025 Brookhaven Summer Olympics.